Brian Sanchez. Thanks for being with us, Brian.
Hey, thanks for having me. As usual, we're here to talk about some good stuff, Steve.
Yeah, I think the content's good. We're going to talk about how to know the state of your health. And it's like people just don't keep up with it. You have to stay in front of it. And I'm always experimenting on myself, always getting natural treatments, IV drips, and all that stuff. But I'm always also getting my blood work done. Why? Because I want to maximize my health. I check my glucose all the time. I check to see, okay, I ate this. What's it going to do to my glucose 30 minutes from now, an hour from now, or an hour and a half from now, 2 hours from now? How is my body going to respond? Is my glucose good? Is it staying up? Maybe I'm insulin resistant. I'm always checking my body to stay ahead of it. So I think it's really important. There's a number of things, and you can give us some suggestions, Brian, on a number of things that we can do to stay ahead of our health or illnesses or sicknesses. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's so very important. In fact, um, like Steve, everybody, I practice blood screenings. I go to my doctor's visits. I do my yearly where we go over everything with the doctor. I use a general practitioner. I have an age management doctor. Now, people might say, well, that's kind of overkill. You don't need it. And that costs a lot of money. Well, the reality is in health screening, it does not. Almost every city that you live in or county that you live in the United States, you can find free health screenings. A friend of mine just did this in a county adjacent to us where he got all his screenings and stuff that I've paid for nothing. So it's really important. Some of the things you got to look for is know your blood levels, what everything is in your lipids, your levels comparatively throughout your blood. Full blood screens should be done at least once a year. Guys like Steve probably do them once a month. Know your heart scores. Get your heart screened. It doesn't cost in the city that I do mine in the city arena. It costs you like $100 to have them go through your heart, check everything out through ultrasounds, and get a heart score so you know. Are you a single digit heart score, 0 to 9? Are you a 10 or over? Or are you considered heart unhealthy, if you will, or heart sick and have scores like, in the 30s, 40s, and 50s? These are important things because when you're doing stuff out there and your heart feels like it's got something wrong, you need to know why this is going on. It's also peace of mind when, like for myself, you find out you don't have anything wrong with you. Body fat. You need to know where your body fat is. We've talked about this stuff before. Your bone density. You need to know where this is. We've talked about this stuff before. Now, how do you do it? Guys like me, guys like Steve, we're in TRT programs. We use age management systems. So we're quarterly testing everything. You don't have to do it our way. Check your insurance. I bet you everybody who has a insurance program in existence in the United States has some type of health and wellness attachment to it where you are covered for at least one full screening a year. Go to your doctors, get your physicals, get it done now. Don't wait. I've had friends in this last year. Blood clots were identified. Some testicular issues for another buddy of mine was identified. Another one ended up finding out he's got cancer. These things are for real. Had they not been doing their screenings and going to their doctors, they would have never known. It's a practice. I've gone through it because I've had a year or career in uniform, so I've never stopped. We had yearly physicals every year. I haven't stopped, and I've been gone for that since 2015. Keep going. Don't stop. Move forward. Embrace your life.
You can do simple things, everybody. Get a good blood pressure cuff or some type of machine.
Yes.
Check your blood pressure is a huge indication of your health. You may be going along, and my blood pressure usually sits around 115 over 65, maybe 70. That tells me a lot. I'm always checking my glucose. But now, and your pulse, what's your pulse? Okay, my pulse is, 75, and my blood pressure is sitting right there in a low range. But what if it jumps up? And what if your pulse goes up to 110 for no reason? 115. Okay, that's something that maybe it's some one freak thing, but it's something to watch. Did it do it again tomorrow? So there's little simple things that you can monitor yourself every day to know, okay, what did I do differently? Why did my blood pressure all of a sudden jump up? There's a reason for that. So those are simple things that you can monitor at home. And then, all the more complicated blood tests and so on, you have your doctor order the labs and he reviews them, and there you go, right?
Too easy. Don't be the brosif that ignores it all until it's too late. Get it done now. This should be starting by the time you're 30 years old and over, Steve.
Yeah, and don't look at it as from a fear standpoint, like I don't want to know. I don't want to know if something's wrong with me. Why don't you reverse that and see how can I make my body work even better? Yes, everything's right, but how can I perfect things even more? How can I supplement? How can I change my diet to where I can even get my blood work perfected to where it is like a healthy 20-year-old? Why not look at it as, hey, I'm going to try to make this as best as I can, and I'm going to embrace the challenge and enjoy the challenge instead of going, well, I'm going to put it off because I feel good and I don't want to know if there's something wrong. Guess what? Your blood pressure could be high, your pulse could be off, your glucose could be through the roof, and you won't even know it. So don't be afraid of it. Just go do it. Any last thoughts, Brian?
Quit waiting. Jump in.
Yep. Do it, everybody, men and women. Brian, thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Take care, everybody.
If you guys are looking for health and fitness tips, especially for older adults, please subscribe to the channel. If you are looking to research or buy NAD, glutathione, or other peptides, hit the link in this description. This is a place that I've thoroughly vetted. I've been buying peptides from them for many years. I trust them. A doctor will approve your order, write a prescription for you, and you will get it from a compounding pharmacy. Most importantly, you will get it from a reputable pharmacy. So hit the link and use the promo code Vitality3 and you will get $10 off anything that you buy.